Morning everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ali and I'll be taking you on the next installment of our stay-at-home safaris. So what I think we're going to be doing today is going out and looking for the Mangaean pride. They were seen yesterday on a wildebeest kill, so I think we're going to start with them and then see what else we can find. Let's go. So we're just getting into where the Mangaean pride were left last night. See the vultures on the tree above me. It's obviously where the kill was. Let's just see if we can try and find them. Alright, so we've just found the Mangaean pride. Our suspicions were correct that they would be by the water. We saw their tracks going down to the watering hole, and after the kill that they had yesterday, it was only sort of likely that they would be lying up very full bellied by the water. Obviously the blood and everything that when they're eating does give them quite a bit of liquid, but obviously when they've finished eating they do need to have something to drink and to wash down all of that meat. So it seems that the lions have almost gone fast asleep now, breathing quite heavily to try and digest that food, that wildebeest that they had. So I think we'll leave them here and then go see what else we can find this morning. Quite amazing what nature gives you. As we're leaving, the lions just coming around the bend and finding this young male rhino, probably not dominant in this area just yet, possibly submissive to the male that is dominant. So he's actually looking like he's heading towards where the lions are that we just left. So let's sort of see what happens, maybe get in front of him. He'll pick up the scent of the lions before he actually sees them. Obviously with rhinos not having the greatest eyesight, but he'll pick up the scent of the lions, and let's go see what his reaction is. So that was quite an interesting little interaction there. Neither of which animals actually really cared. The big male lion you saw standing up and just moving off out of the path of the rhino, and then the rhino just carrying on his sort of march. Heard the hyenas in the background. I think that's why the lions were more interested in what was going on there than the actual rhino itself looking at them. But that was pretty cool. Nice breeding herd of elephants. See one of the big females that just walked past us. So the little one won't go far from mom. He'll venture off a little bit and then realize that he might be a little bit too far and come back. But the female's also relying on the sub-adults or teenagers of the herds to look after the little ones. That playful nature that elephants have, really ideal in terms of gaining strength and gaining character within the elephant's life. Alright, so I think we're going to leave those elephants there. Kev is on another vehicle, tracking team, and has just found a big male leopard. So I think what we're going to do is go there and see who it is. So as this male is getting closer, you can see that it's the day one male. Been quite an interesting little story within the past year and a half since he's been kicked out of his territory by Ravenscourt. He's continued to make kills and continued to pretty much move throughout the whole area of the western sector of the Sabi Sand Game Reserve. Actually quite interesting where he is at the moment and on what road he's walking down. It is the divider between Ravenscourt and Yaleti's territory. So prior to now, he's had, of what we know, one interaction with Ravenscourt. Pretty much from what we could see and what we could take out of it, they both went their separate ways after a bit of a scrap. So quite an interesting little situation that happened there. Obviously with day one walking along the road, he didn't see the impala. They saw him first and then started alarm calling, and immediately his tail just went up. Neil spoke a little bit about it the other day, and it's a fact of almost a surrendering, saying, I know, I see you, you see me, I'm just walking, minding my own business. And that tail is like a bit of a white flag between the two. Alright, so I think we're gonna leave him here. He's going into some nice thick bushes, so maybe looking to settle down for the day, and we'll leave him there. Good afternoon, everyone. We are heading out for our afternoon safari. We're going to see what we can find this afternoon, maybe go through the western parts of our concession, see if we can find any sign of the Boulders cubs or Boulders herself, and then end up maybe at the lions, see if they get active and moving. So we've just noticed some vultures in the tree. Generally it's been quite hot today, so they could have sort of caught thermals and gone up, and this was the last area that they had the tracks of the Ottawas this morning. So a possibility that there is a kill in the area. So let's walk around and let's have a look if we can find any lion tracks. Alright, tracks are heading right towards a watering hole, so if they do have a kill, there is a likelihood, like we saw with the Mangains this morning, that they've gone down to the water to have a drink. So this would be the watering hole that they would be drinking from. Let's see if they're anywhere around here. Alright, so we've just driven past the dam that I said they could be drinking at. There are tracks there, and there they are on the road in front of us. So we must have just missed them at the dam. Looks to be the Ottawa Pride. Let's go follow them and see what they're doing. Right, so it's definitely the Ottawa Pride. See one of the older female lionesses in front of us. Impala alarm calling to our right. They do have rather full bellies, so definitely they must have had a kill last night or during the day today, finished it up, and they're now carrying on moving further north. They obviously had the Mangain Pride hot on their heels, so they might just be trying to get to the river and maybe further north of that, out of the way of the Mangain Pride. Definitely see that the youngsters have got their fill for the day. And now the whole pride just resting up. Looks like they're missing one of the adult females, so possibly just waiting for her and resting on the road, waiting for her to rejoin with them. Alrighty, so we just bumped into a leopard on our way home. He is walking away from us, so we can't exactly see who it is just yet. Alright, so it's definitely the day one male. Made his way all the way south to Savanna property, which is generally where we find him more and more, because Ravenscourt isn't pushing that far down south. He's obviously keeping out of the way of Ravenscourt. Pretty cool to see him again twice in one day. Alright everyone, so as we left day one, carrying on driving down the road, planning to go back home again, and we've just bumped into the Tumba male leopard. Alright everyone, this is quite interesting. He's actually walking straight to where we left day one. We just heard the lions calling to our right, so there's a lot of action that's happening right now. I think that Tamba's definitely got the scent of day one. So you see the movements of Tamba are quite erratic now. He's obviously on a mission running there. He's got the scent of day one, so he's just trying to find him. So by the way that Tamba's moving, day one has definitely tried to get out of his path. You can see Tamba with his head down, sniffing, always picking up that scent. So I'm sure he's on day one's scent trail and he's just trying to follow him. It's a clear sign that Tamba thinks that he's now dominant of this territory, even though it does technically still belong to Ravenscourt. So it was amazing to bump into day one on our way home, and then bumping into Tamba and seeing how that whole interaction played out. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to give you a bit of an update of what happened. Still hear Tamba vocalizing behind us. So good night everyone, stay safe, stay at home and stay positive.